All right, welcome back to another episode of Smoke and Mirrors. This is episode 101,
Mm.
and we've scoured the web to bring you the latest in streaming, film, and entertainment news. But firstly, how are we living there, big dogs? We good? We good?
Oz is real good, man. Oz
Right.
checked out that AI this week
Mm.
and never
Alan
had a
Iverson.
check the moves. And like Oz has never cried like that at the end of a movie. You know how fucking just depressing that movie is? This
It's
kid can't
disgusting, that movie.
he can't catch a break.
No,
Cannot catch a break.
it's not happy at all, that movie.
Nah. Even the ending isn't happy. They paint it out to be happy, but that's not a happy ending.
She straight up didn't want him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just
But
want to.
like
I just want to talk about a big fucking cry. Watch the Trials of Gabriel Fernandez, dog. Sobbed like a fucking child. I did.
some of the best movies, I was like feel it afterwards. I was just crying the next day, cooking fucking eggs and shit. I was just like, like
Didn't need salt after that
you know what it felt like? It felt like when Tony he's like those fucking ducks.
one.
That's what it was like, and I just couldn't get over it. I was just only now just like, like just holding back the breaths.
Fucking
You
hell.
were, you were in here, I remember, for another animal. Don't you start. It was those ducks. Just fucking ducks.
Oh man.
Oh fuck.
How you going there, Vado?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I was fucking living. I was had a nice little meal there today. I was actually ate quite a bit today. I had a fucking apple in the morning. I was still had a fucking. I think I had another piece of fruit after that as well. It was a fruity kind of fucking day.
Hmm.
Mm. Cool.
Fucking had this mad fucking had this mad chicken club for fucking lunch.
Hmm.
Excellent. The tone was set for the day, dog. It was excellence all the way
It's
through.
like I was just like holed up there in Trump Towers or some shit. I have the East Best all day, the freshest fruits, the clubbiest sandwiches.
This feels like that Owen Heat, the one that's holed up before fucking De Niro gets to it.
Wayne Grove.
It's just there in the robe, nothing else on.
I have the grim fucking
Wayne Grove was a wild, wild boy.
That hair was wild. How you have a hairline like that?
How
Fuck,
is
you
Wayne
know.
Grove? I've never seen Wayne Grove again in my life. It's like he did heat and disappeared.
Yeah, I think you did. I don't know. I
That's what.
also just to go back there like an episode. The cast cost is actually Filipino.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Me neither. Either way, he should not be talking like that with that accent.
Nah, I shouldn't.
He just takes his people back 30,000 years.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking thingy. Uh, sorry, not in regards to that, but when I was looking up Rennie Harlan, because I was like, I know that name from somewhere, and then I was like, Driven. Fucking, I know, there's a few bangers in that fucking belt too. But still, Kip Pardue, shit has fucking lined up ever since. It's been fucking 21 years, man.
Things didn't go well for old Pardue there.
I know.
He was in something recently.
Was he?
Yeah. And he's really good in it. He's got a little moustache in it too. It's like an older movie. It's like set in the 70s. Might be a Netflix movie. But he's pretty good in it. He's
Might
good.
be.
Pardue
True.
was good.
Yeah.
Promising career. Just didn't pan
Yeah.
out for him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just his choices. All he needs is a bloody Tarantino and
That is true. That's all any like washed out star needs.
yeah.
True.
Watch Tarantino's last film just be about him.
I hope so. If he makes the Fablemans,
Yeah, that's
I'll
what
go
it should
wild.
be. He's been talking about that a lot recently.
Mm.
Like him being young.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess
Uh,
Once Upon a Time was like sort of alluding to that.
That was his LA
Yeah,
essentially when he was growing up.
but they
Nearly.
haven't shown his teen adult years, like young adult years, in the video store, which is what I really want to see.
You get a glimpse of that in True Romance with Travis. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
way that
yeah, yeah.
Travis is, but
Yeah.
it'd be completely different if Tarantino were to have actually done that movie.
Yeah.
We'd get a different movie. That's the experiment. That's the experiment and how it should have been done. You should have got Tony Scott to direct that movie, and then you should have got Tarantino to direct that exact same script, and you would
After
have seen
seeing
two polar different movies.
True, but I after seeing Tony Scott's one, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah.
When no, back then,
Yeah, back then, like if they were like 1990 or 91, whenever True Romance came out,
91.
if I had seen Tony Scott's version, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm all
Yeah.
right. I'm cool with my name just being on the writing credit.
Mm. Oh,
We're moving into the actual fucking news for today.
midweek munch.
So there's fucking rumors that for all this time, so we've always had a Showtime streaming platform in America as well as Paramount Plus now. So there's rumors moving forward that Showtime might just get absorbed all the way back into Paramount Plus.
Thank God. That's how it is
So
over here.
yeah, so we have them on what Binge, Stan, and then also on Paramount Plus in America and in America in Australia as well.
Hmm.
So it's almost like it's already been done over here.
Yeah,
But fucking like the benefits moving forward is that people like consumers will be paying one bill instead of two because it was like $11 for Showtime and then what 13 for Paramount Plus.
yeah,
But then obviously they'd be losing out on some of that money as well moving forward. I don't know how big the consumer base for Showtime is, but
It's sizable.
yeah, yeah. It would be, but you'd also be looking at how much staff does it take to run that streaming service, the Showtime one, and then folding that in. There would be redundancies as well
yeah,
that would follow, which would kind of be the sad thing unless they're folded into Paramount Plus to kind of make sure that it's shifted over. All right.
mm,
I
yeah,
think they're going to need like more staff to go into the streaming service, and because a lot of people add Showtime to their cable over in the US. So it's not like they're using the streaming service or the app.
Yeah,
But if they can get rid of those, like, get those people to cut the cord and go strictly use the app, then it'd be good for them all to just go over to Paramount Plus.
yeah. But like you were saying, Triz, I think that's like the biggest challenge is now that they're gonna have to get all those properties and try shift them back under that Paramount banner.
Mm.
mm,
It's like what HBO is gonna have to do once they come here to Australia. Once it drops in Australia or other territories where HBO Max isn't available or Warner Discovery or whatever the fuck they're gonna call that streaming service.
Mm.
yeah,
That's gonna be that challenge of like let's shepherd all of our properties under one roof.
God, I hope that
yeah.
happens soon.
Same.
Because we've hit a point now where fucking we've got streaming platforms where they've got like fucking fingers in many pies. Like for example, with Showtime, they've got the streaming platform, but then they've also got that deal for like cable and satellite TV and all that shit.
Mm.
And now you've got to figure out how the fuck you're gonna fold that in together. So
Yeah.
it's like,
It's nuts over here because on Paramount Plus, there's a whole bunch of Warner stuff that's on there now.
Mm.
And then on Stan, there's a whole bunch of Warner stuff. And then on bloody what's his face, like it's all spread out. If Warner would have just said, "Nah, give us those rights back after a year," Foxtel, we're not fucking with you anymore either. This is coming out on our HBO Max platform. Like that's just how it should be.
Yeah.
I reckon once all of their like exclusivity deals are done for other countries and it's all fucking finished and they don't make any more contracts, that's what they'll do, and they'll be able to launch HBO Max globally.
They
It's
did
gonna be
say
years now.
yeah. Well, they did say when they eventually do merge the two platforms, Discovery and Warner,
Mm.
that they're looking at other markets that they weren't open in before. So I reckon like you can expect that That's why
Yeah.
HBO has been, or Warner's been signing shorter contract agreements with like international territories. Like before, it was like they just sign it away for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that 10-year deal was coming up to an end there with Foxtel, and then they renewed with Binge,
Yeah.
which is the worst decision they could have made.
Yeah,
Yeah. But we're seeing like a lot of these changes happen now, and I think it's all because of that massive fucking Disney acquisition. That was the catalyst for like, movie studios did it, and now streaming platforms are going to do it as well. Because you got so many smaller platforms that are struggling because of the fucking bigger guys, and they'll probably all fold into each other. And instead of having a monopoly under HBO, it'll be like, 3 or 4 big streamers that'll be there for the rest of it.
that's going to be the wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the wars. I pity that like studio that wants to come out now. Like if Sony were to try and come out now, they get crushed.
Yeah,
Even though Sony's got a lot of TV behind them that they can do, as well as movies, because they have like new movies and the classic side. If they were to come out now, I just honestly, I think you make more money licensing it out. Hey
yeah,
Netflix, take it for $1 billion, and then like, like
yeah.
hey, we're up. Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
see what they do. All right. So James Cameron was talking about 3D still being relevant in today's cinema, right? So James Cameron famously, I think 2 or 3 hours before what came out, either Titanic or Aliens, was rushing around getting cinemas set up with better audio and video with new projectors and all that sort of stuff so that his films could be screened properly and
Yeah,
all that. He kind of did the same thing with 3D
yeah,
when Avatar dropped. He was one of the few people that actually did 3D properly. So it was actually shot in stereoscopic 3D.
yeah,
It wasn't like, shot normally and then redone later, which sort of killed that medium when I think about it.
yeah,
Um, he was talking about, 3D definitely does still have a place now. Like he people think it's dead, but he can still see he thinks that Avatar will usher in a new sort of renaissance of 3D.
I just see that meme. You know the guy watching the cricket match, and he's
Yeah.
like, like TV manufacturers.
That's like that's a India versus Australia game, hey.
Yeah, and the guy missed the ball.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
Fuck that. It was like just he was just taken out.
seething, bro.
Jesus. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think people will go to the movies to watch this in 3D. I think they'll go watch it in 2D again,
Yeah.
to be honest. Um, I don't think I don't think they're coming back. 3D is not coming back. This might be the only 3D movie that comes out in the next 10 years.
Yeah,
Or at least
Really.
these movies.
Yeah.
Because honestly, those basically upscaled 3D movies were terrible.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They were.
Absolutely terrible.
It
Yeah,
was
and you
fucking
could
slapped
see
on there.
that it wasn't native
Yeah.
Yeah.
3D.
And
No, you
it's
go.
also the way that they were shot. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like people could see, like that Cameron didn't shoot his film for people to start throwing things towards the camera and all that sort of stuff. There is none of that in Avatar. It's an actual movie that's just 3D, whereas everyone else was like, no, 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 no. Throw something at the camera or something.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
became the gimmick.
Yeah, the only other people that did it the best was the Jackass guys because they had a dildo fight. It was unbelievable. Did you guys get to see that in 3D?
No.
It was
No.
amazing. Unbelievable. That 3D was so good.
See the fucking veins on that Billy.
Um, I just really liked the way that Cameron shot Avatar. The only time where I kind of noticed a object flying towards you, and it wasn't even gimmicky, was the smoke bombs that they shoot at the Na'vi to disperse them when they're going to take down Home Tree.
Oh yeah, because it bounces.
Yeah, it bounces towards you, and
Yeah.
I did try it, try slip it. You
Mm.
know what I mean?
The
Try.
the other one for me was so when Jake pulls the pins on those grenades and it was right in front of the fucking camera as well.
Yeah.
But
And then the
Cameron
water
does
drop
so.
at the start.
Oh yeah, that was sick though.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
water drop was just there to show you, hey, this is the type of movie we're watching now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like that's the immersion
Yeah.
grabber. But
That got me straight away.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I was gonna say. I will only go see this in 3D at IMAX. If an IMAX is open here in Sydney at the time, that's the only time I'll go see it. If
T
not,
Dog is go on.
if I'm going to a VMAX, I'm seeing it in 2D.
I'm watching this twice. Because I have to watch it in 3D because I want to see it because we don't have a bloody IMAX.
That's true.
And I have to watch it in 2D again because it's Cameron.
If I'm gonna go watch it in 3D, I'm checking it out at that IMAX, FOMAX at Fox Studios.
It is an IMAX there. Yeah, I will go
Yeah.
there actually. Yeah,
What do you
we checked that website just recently and it still says opening 2021. These fucks.
I was telling Dave I took a walk up and I saw the W there, fucking huge,
Mm.
and it looks like it's nearly done.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
have 3 months, like nearly exactly 3 months.
that's what we got to send them. We got to say you have 3 months.
No, but you send the letter, like
Yeah.
it's even better. Like not just the email or anything. The letter, like that's done.
What do you call it? One of the people watching from Twitch was like, I ain't been to the cinemas since before COVID, let alone a 3D film. It's been maybe a decade. And that clicked for me. The last 3D movie I fucking watched at the movies was Avatar.
Yeah, that's what everyone's gonna do. Everyone remembers that. Hey, Avatar was probably the last 3D movie I watched at the movies.
For
It
me, it
wasn't mine.
was Lord of the Ring. No, The Hobbit,
Mm,
the Smog one.
Oh,
mhm.
yeah. Desolation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck, that was weird, though. That was HFR and 3D. That
mm.
was fucking trippy.
Yeah.
You know that's what rumored to what he's done on the Blu-ray. Yeah,
Oh,
the
really?
4K
Really?
Blu-ray. Yeah, he's he's HFR'd it for some strange reason. He shot it in 24 frames per second. I don't know what he's doing.
For Avatar.
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
yeah. I don't like that. B.
I don't like it either.
What's his face shot his movie in proper 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
Ang Lee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it actually looks. Yeah. I get it.
Fucking idiots.
Unless he went back to the original elements, like the camera
He shot-
negative, did all that shit.
He shot it in 24 frames per second. It's gonna look like a sped up bloody.
Yeah. So while we kind of looked at like something that was innovative for the future of cinema, um, the topic that I picked this week was something that kind of looks at like retrospectively at like that love and passion for cinema. So the first trailer for The Fablemans came out, and if you don't know what The Fablemans is supposed to be about, it's a semi-autobiographical film about Steven Spielberg's life, directed by Spielberg as well. It's got uh, Seth Rogen in here and Michelle Williams, and it
Paul
looks
Dano.
fucking awesome. And
Paul
Judd,
Dano was it?
who?
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano, and is it Judd Hirsch?
Yep.
Yeah, who also looks fucking awesome. And what they're kind of showing here is how Spielberg got to basically his love of film, which from the trailer looks like it's from his mother as well, because she was the artsy one, and his father was the more scientific, pragmatic one.
His father have like 8 jobs.
I don't know.
Something crazy.
I always heard that his father was just the smartest person alive.
Yeah.
Um, so it kind of just takes you through that journey of him from extremely young, discovering cinema, discovering that he wants to do that, and seeing the impact of the shots that he's created. You see something very similar to Close Encounters of the Third Kind with the way that he shoots that train model scene.
Mm.
And then looking at his mother, trying to sort of gauge her reaction as well. And from that, he's like, this is what I want to do. And you see influences from E.T. as well that he's obviously taken from his own personal life and placed in that movie because of the gang on bikes.
Yeah.
You see the racism that he kind of he copped going through high school and whatnot, being Jewish. And then you get to see Seth Rogen, and Seth Rogen looks like he's putting in the work there. I don't know if Spielberg kind of put him through acting boot camp again.
I doubt it. He's probably going to be funny in the film. Obviously, you need a bit of levity in there.
Yeah,
And he wasn't all that funny in Observe and Report.
no, but he was very Seth Rogenish.
Yeah.
Whereas this, he didn't seem like that. He seemed like the more calm, understanding person. Whereas Judd Hirsch looked like he was the more sort of funny one, but also the one that gets it. So there's like scenes of his mother getting a monkey, and then them going, "Well, what the fuck is this all about?" And she's like, "Cause I wanted to laugh. I needed to laugh." Whereas his father's like, "You can love something, but you also have to take care of it." And it just like all those elements and like with film in the middle of it and all these like things happening in his life that's orbiting that. Like I know I'm gonna cry in this one.
100%.
I was like, I get that feeling with like passion projects and people sort of following their heart and stuff. And yeah, those will be in tears by the end.
Yeah.
But this looks
Can I
great.
can I just say that Judd Hirsch is going to be 90 in 3 years? And the man is still
Look at-
putting out like 5 movies a year.
You don't play.
He's a worker. He's from that generation.
Yeah, man.
Just get on with it.
Just keep it moving. Just keep it fucking moving.
He understands. He understands that if you stop, you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharks at the end of the day.
He
You
still looks
stop,
good,
you
though.
Die. Is what's his face in here as well? No, he's not. Don't worry. It's like, is that Martin Landau in there? It's like Martin Landau's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Martin
Okay.
Landau was in what's his face? Entourage?
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow. I like the Martin Landau, especially in Rounders.
Fucking Rounders. What a fucking. That's a Madcom mention. That's an MCM right there.
Go round and round with it.
You're gonna bite little doggy.
Oh, fuck. What do you call it? So we got Rennie Harlan, who's been given the role of helming the remake of The Strangers. So it's a complete fucking reboot of The Strangers itself. But not only that, they've completely gone ahead and say, hey, can you do this one? But then also make 2 and 3 as well. Before we even see it as first one, they're just like, masterpiece, give it 3. Give it 3 and we'll be fine, champion. But
Yeah.
they've switched the whole fucking story up for this as well. So in the original, it was Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, and they were staying in that house after that fucking wedding, and then those strangers show up, the three strangers. In this one, you have these three kids, and they go to this fucking B&B, and then the three fucking masked strangers show up and terrorize them.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that it's got to have that same fucking I'm about to have 87 heart attacks during this movie in the first 30 minutes. Otherwise, I'm not watching it because that shit was intense as fuck.
Yeah.
This ruins it though.
Because
Like
it's
if
a
I
Like
know,
the
like the fact that like I know that these people are gonna die because the strangers is obviously coming back in the third one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They shouldn't have announced this. Should have kept
yeah,
it on the low. It just said, he's just shooting a bit longer. We wanted to fix a few things. Someone got COVID. Like they could have made something up. Do you know what I mean? And then hey, it ends with it to be continued, and then people walk out.
And
They
then
don't
there's
know
the
how to make
trailer.
it. Yeah, they don't know how to do this anymore.
my god,
People walked
man,
into bloody Back to the Future 2 not expecting it to end the way that it did,
true.
And a hit.
and it
That was a
hit.
big. That would have been a big surprise. Mad
Can you
surprise.
imagine that? Like, oh yeah, they're gonna wrap this up. They're not gonna wrap this up.
To be concluded. What the fuck does that mean?
Did they actually give the trailer for 3 in the end of
Yeah,
2 in the cinema as well?
I'd say
I
so.
don't know about in the cinema. I would. Yeah, I would say
It
so.
was like The Matrix. It was
Yeah,
like Matrix 2.
because it
Oh
ends with
shit!
to be concluded,
Yeah.
which is fire.
Fuck
That's a
man.
mad idea. Whereas, like we've seen it recently, especially with the Halloween movie. And then as soon as that first one hit, then it was okay. Now you're gonna get 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It's like, well, do we really need the middle one? And
Yeah.
when we seen the middle one, we knew we didn't need the middle one. Really?
Like we finally for some reason finally got what's his face? Superhuman Michael Myers in this one. Which it should never ever be.
Nah.
Fucking earth. You know what pissed me off about this fucking shit was that this man was getting beat the fuck down. He was down and stayed down, and then just randomly gets up again and fucks everyone up
Hmm.
and casually saunters away to his fucking safety.
How did he tiptoe through all those fucking cops and make it up the stairs, one staircase going up, to kill the daughter?
Yeah.
Through the window.
The O just like slipped through the darkness, like at the end there.
Freaking, I'm telling you, man, it's that meme. Mike Myers running when no one's looking.
What you guys think about Rennie Harlan coming back? We haven't heard from Rennie in a while there.
It's been a fucking hot minute. Rennie Harlan, I was looking at his fucking thingy. His
New
like
York fucking minute. You know?
I was looking at his recent like directorial shit, and he's done a lot of TV. A lot of TV.
Yeah.
Like ever since like early noughties fucking TV.
You do some
Yeah.
CSIs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did some CSIs. He did a lot of productions though. A lot of productions as well.
That's why he
Fucking
doesn't need to make movies. Because he's made his money on TV.
That's true.
true.
If he's got a CSI that he directed, you know he's still getting paid.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still getting paid residuals.
Yeah. Especially for the director gig. Like I seen Rufio, like his checks that he gets, like sometimes
you
it's like
mean?
$20. Because that Rufio, you know Rufio from Hook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dante Bosco, whatever.
Yeah.
So he does a little thing on TikTok where he opens up the residual checks that he does. Could be voice work, could be like a little side gig, and like a side gig for him and the syndication for that year could be like $22. But he's got like hundreds of them.
He's just got money sitting there.
Yeah. And he said, like, whatever I open, that's what buys me dinner. Now, $22 from like the the guest acting spot or the voice spot. Can you imagine what Rennie's getting?
What's his face was saying And Cheech was a regular on what's his face on Nash Bridges,
Yep.
and Cheech was getting a check for $77,000. Now Cheech was he wasn't the lead.
Yeah.
I don't think he was the second either, right?
Mm.
Because it's probably a woman back then. Back in the day, they always tried like teaming them up with a woman.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what's his face is getting? Don Johnson
Yeah.
for Nash Bridges? There's an extra 150K a year, more than likely,
Probably. And he's
Fuck.
still living off that Miami Vice money.
and the Miami Vice money.
Yeah. That is good.
Killing it.
Oh, man.
I'm liking that we're seeing Rennie Harlan coming back. Some people like if you're looking at what he's done recently, might not think he's kind of there, but the man's got a nightmare under his belt. He's got some of the biggest action movies under his belt. There's a Die Hard under there. There's a Cliffhanger in there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You
Long
know,
Kiss Goodnight.
yeah, which is nearly his best movie.
Yeah,
If I don't watch the first Nightmare film, I jump straight to three.
yeah.
Like
And that's
two
the
was
one that he did.
trash,
Yeah,
straight garbage. Yeah, three is done by Rennie.
yeah.
Oh, four. Four's done by
Four,
Rennie.
four, sorry. Four is pretty good as well.
Mm.
Yeah, four is good actually.
That's the one with the bike, isn't it? And the shit goes into those hands. He's like
That's the
thrives
Dream
off the
Master,
water.
dog.
That's
Dream
right.
Master is four.
Four is good because it sort of brings all those characters from three back, and then he's just
Yeah.
yeah.
That's got chops.
Harlan understood like that assignment because he brought all the Dream Warriors back from three for four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for what's her face? Arquette, who just like stratosphere after the third one. Because after that she was basically Alabama. And then
Yeah.
that was it. Like she
That
could
was the
write her own
1-2
ticket.
punch.
Yeah. Which is a bigger
But
star than her sister.
yeah,
And
what
her
do you
brother.
call it? Fuck, true. Poor David.
Yeah, I was eating off Scream.
True.
That's true.
It's good
Scream
money.
money.
Yeah, still eating off Scream.
It is
You
good
call
money
it.
actually. They just re-released that Blu-ray. So yeah, it's good money.
Yeah, fucking earth. But for me, like the last good movie that Rennie Harlan did was Driven, because shortly after that was fucking Mindhunters and fucking thingy 12 rounds with John Cena there.
Hmm.
Mindhunters wasn't that bad. It was that LL Cool J. That was the
It's
problem.
just that line.
Yeah,
Bullets.
it's legit just the line.
Yeah. Admittedly, like it was the same movie though as Detox.
Yes.
Mm,
And Detox like was executed just a bit better.
Yeah.
yeah.
But who directed Detox? Because I always thought that Rennie Harlan did Detox,
I
but he
thought it
didn't.
was that Richard L. Lester. Oh, I don't
Right.
know.
Fuck, I keep forgetting that Detox is called ICU.
I see you, yeah.
Jim Gillespie did Detox.
Hmm. But yeah, I like Detox as well.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah.
100%.
Be a good ass to ass movie night, double feature
Mm.
with Mindhunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought that Stallone was gonna be in Mindhunters, but because of he had a fallout with bloody Rennie Harlan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's fucking rough, man. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
I want to see what this is going to be like. Sorry, dog. You go. I'm
should be
done.
good.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right. So staying with our Hollywood theme there. It's weird, huh?
Yeah.
We got our first trailer for Babylon. Babylon. So this one, very good. This one is the new Damien Chazelle film. It's set in the 1920s. Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. It looks like what's his face is in there with a fake nose. Um, God, what's his name? He was Spider Man.
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is in there with a fake nose. This is basically it's the 1920s, so Hollywood is switching from silent films to talkies.
Hmm.
This is the first sort of talkie that's coming out, and it's this giant bloody epic movie that you know it's a period piece, everything. It looks like it's all over the shop. Like it looks like Cleopatra and Nazis and
Yeah,
everything.
they
Like
kind of did
I don't
everything.
get what they're going for. It's like the everything story. But yeah, Brad Pitt looks like he's playing the director. Margot looks like she is um, the main girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then Toby obviously is the main guy in the film. But Brad Pitt looks hilarious in this.
yeah,
But this is awesome because it just shows the sort of the excess of what Hollywood used to be,
yeah.
and it's beautiful.
And it almost seemed like the Wild West.
Yeah.
It literally was.
The cast in this movie is fucking crazy. Samara Weaving's in here, Olivia
Mm,
Wilde's in here, Spike Jones is in here, Meryl Streep is in here, the Queen
mhm.
Jean Smart is in here,
Eric
um,
Roberts is in here, dog.
He is too.
Max Minghella, Flea
You're a
is in here.
puppet on
Yeah.
a string.
You get to see a bit of that Jovan Adepo as well.
Hmm.
Yep.
He's really like the only black guy that you get to see.
For now,
Yeah, for now.
in
Like
that trailer.
Nana Ghana's in there as well.
Hmm.
Have you
Really?
guys checked the IMDb for this movie?
Olivia Wilde's in here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catherine Waterston too.
Yeah.
It looks fucking good, man.
Yeah.
It does. It looks fun, but also like you can see it's gonna change.
Yeah.
I think what they showed in that trailer is I think it's gonna change, man. It's gonna get real dark, this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it almost looks like you see the rise, but you also see the fall of some of the first guys that kind of did it
Hmm.
and how they probably thought they were invincible at the
Yeah.
time.
Hmm.
I mean, Cecil B. DeMille was just like, nah, I'm gonna make 5 hour movie. Like that's what we want to do now.
Yeah.
And cinemas and studios are just like, yeah, he's gonna make a 5 hour movie. Like it's fine.
But that
Like we'll do that.
I think that's also cool. It's like and I hope they show it in the film them trying to figure that out because the formula hadn't been figured out yet. It's like,
Can
all
you
right,
imagine what it would have been like?
yeah, let's try everything.
Yeah,
Let's make a 45-minute film.
yeah. Well, in theory, films are only what 6 minutes, 8 minutes back in the
Yeah,
day. Like
silent
the
ones,
amount,
eh?
yeah, the amount of time it would have taken for the photochemical process and all that sort of stuff, and now you're adding sound
Yeah.
on there as well. That's just gonna take that out, just like at least a year. Like the audio was basically the special effects back in the day for us, right?
Yeah.
That's the CGI. That's the blue screen from Star Wars and all that sort of stuff. That was all built into the audio back in the day.
That's right.
Yeah.
And miniatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they decided to use miniatures.
Yeah.
It looks like back in the day they were just like just build it.
Yeah.
Build the set. Build the set,
Do
it's
it.
all right. Oh, the set burnt down. Just build another one, it's all right.
destroy
Crazy.
all this land.
Yeah.
We'll
Crazy.
grow another one. What do you call it? When I was watching this trailer, it was giving me like Semi Gatsby vibes
Mm.
with how it was set. Because that trailer was raw like fucking regal as well, and then you see the downfall of him.
Yeah. Like it had that frenetic kind of energy about it too. Especially with Robbie's character.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
like who wants to see me fight a fucking snake?
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah.
But that's
Definitely
fine, I
the
mean-
most energetic movie that I've seen Chazelle put out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but that's only from that trailer, man. I
Yeah.
reckon it's gonna be like we thought that. Well, I thought that Whiplash was gonna be like just them playing jazz and him just getting slapped maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect to see that story unfold like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching Whiplash this weekend.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking oath. I was just thinking, and when you were saying it, I was thinking about when he sees fucking JK at that jazz club and JK goes up to play.
Hmm. You
Yeah.
know, Chazelle said that what's his face? He just blows his brains out. What's his face? His
Neiman,
character. Yeah.
in the end.
Hmm. Like when he's old.
Jesus.
Yeah. He just blows his brains out because he could never get that feeling again of when he was on stage with the JK.
But that is also the self fulfilling prophecy of being the jazz legend.
You have
It,
to.
yeah, is kind of dying that way,
Yeah.
and that's also what he says as well. I would rather die
Hmm.
broke and in the gutter than yeah.
Hmm.
Kind of
Hmm.
sad though. Glad we didn't see that shit.
Yeah. Thank God.
They cut that
Jesus.
movie
See
like
that.
20 minutes early.
Fucking, can you imagine if that movie started with him blowing his fucking brains out and then played the backwards?
Jesus.
God.
Now, now you making real movies there. Um,
That's the Norton
yeah.
the Norton treatment.
A last piece of news there. So we predicted it like maybe two pods ago. Um, why doesn't The Witcher just like film back to back, come out every year? And guess what's happening? Netflix took our advice, but didn't give us any
Another
money
piece
for
of
it.
advice.
No, I've been checking the mail every day. If I'm being honest, still no check.
Still no check.
Fucks.
Check the emails there. We are on the press list
Mm.
apparently. Give us our fucking screeners. But so The Witcher season 4 and 5 will shoot back to back. So they've just wrapped season 3. It looked like they were kind of what they had said was the majority of season 4 has been written and planned out, which is cool.
Mm.
Which means that hey, we can jump to it and kind of get moving on it. But if it does come to fruition, that means we'll get a season every year for the next 2 years or 3 years, because we
Thank
won't get
God.
one this year because Blood
Next year.
Origins is coming out.
Mm.
We'll get one next year, and then 24, and then 25, which will be cool. You know they're just doing it for the marketing. Because then it's 2023, 24, 25, and season 3, 4, and 5. Yeah.
Did did she say where her end is for Witcher? Like how
No,
many seasons she's gonna churn out before this fucking dies?
no. But I also think there's a limited amount of time that you can keep an actor like Henry Cavill in a certain space, because it's not
Yeah.
like they just shoot for like 3 weeks and it's done. It's 6 months of prep and then like another 3 months of shooting. So that's 9 months out of the year that he's not able to do any other projects.
You know, he's rumored to come over to House of Dragons, yeah? There's a rumor that he is going to be Aegon.
I've heard that,
What?
and also Olsen, Elizabeth Olsen
Yeah.
is also coming over, which I can sort of see her as a younger Melisandre, because
Mm.
Melisandre has been around for years.
Thousands of yeah, she's old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we'll see,
Keep the
man.
necklace on, baby.
You know. But yeah, I'm excited, man. If we get a season of The Witcher every year, that also means that either Blood Origins is a one-off show, like a limited series, or they're gonna give us 2 seasons of The Witcher every other year. for
It
the
should
next 3
really be
years.
one and one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's taking them 2 years. So yeah, if they have a season of like The Good Witcher, and then like Blood Origin come out,
You watch
yeah,
Blood Origin's gonna come out and we're gonna be like, I fuck with it.
it just better be good. That's the only thing.
I watched that Nightmare of the Wolf with the young Vezi in there, and that
Yeah.
shit was fucking excellent.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fire. It was a full like hour and a half animated movie. I can
Nice.
dig it.
Mm,
Nice.
young Vezi.
Alright,
Pretty
that's a
cool.
wrap.
Mm.
Before we get into it, I just want to say I saw a TikTok that really blew my fucking mind about the Marvel universe. Eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking thingy. So you know how Cap goes back in time to all them places to put the stone back where it's meant to fucking be.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fucking the theory is that Thato never gave back the Soul Stone because you can never give it back.
Mm.
But with the like, there's um in like the fucking writing, it says that he actually speaks to fucking Red Skull and tries to actually give the shit back, and he can't. But with the Soul Stone, he can contact the fucking dead. So he can contact Black Widow. He can speak to. He can go to that plane that Thanos went to after he fucking killed Gamora and all that shit. He has all that power with that fucking Soul Stone. But with him holding on to that Soul Stone, it leads into fucking Secret Wars as well.
I was just about to say. That's mad.
Because yeah, with Secret Wars, he can talk to Tony, he can talk to fucking Romanov, he can talk to fucking everyone who was dead, and it might have that opportunity to bring them back for that one last fucking hurrah.
That'd be sick.
Talk to Thanos.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if he just undoes the snap? Thanos is back.
It's the only way that Cap could come back.
Ah, that's what I was gonna say. You know, in Secret Wars, the comic
Mm.
book, Doom kills
Hmm.
Thanos.
Mm.
Yeah.
Doom is the baddest motherfucker out there.
He's the best villain. They won't just put him out just yet.
Yeah,
He's not coming with the Fantastic Four.
Could be teased in Wakanda forever.
Mm.
could be. I reckon like everything's gonna lead up to this Kang dynasty, and Kang's gonna be the baddest motherfucker out there, and then someone's gonna fucking step in after they fuck him up too.
Yeah.
I don't get it though. Like, are they just gonna kill Kang in Quantumania, or like what's going on here?
I think he gets away. Like he's got. I think he's gonna kill someone. I don't know if that's Douglas. I don't know if it's Pfeiffer. But someone's gonna die.
Pfeiffer just came back, and she's a woman. They ain't killing her.
Douglas has got to go.
Douglas is going. That's it. His ticket is
So
punched.
Quantum Mania is the end of phase 5, and then Kang starts with phase 6, I think. Like Kang Dynasty, sorry.
Because we get that Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Kang Dynasty is some years away.
Yeah, but so all these, like, we've got so many movies coming out next year.
Yeah. Be like 4 or 5
And
Marvel
shows.
movies a year.
And then like 5 shows as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And it don't stop.
After watching that TikTok, I was like, there might be some fucking show with this fucking Secret Wars.
Yeah, but like MCU has just been trash lately. Like,
True.
I'm sorry. It's trash.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's no films lately that earns their place as an MCU film
No.
because
They're all filler.
the original
Yeah.
ones were like, here's some, but here's a bit more for the future. Like it
Yeah.
led you could see it leading somewhere, and then you could speculate and kind of all these things kind of start joining.
Mm.
It's a bit fucking wild that now our Marvel movies aren't hitting, but our TV shows are giving us that fucking hit. Like I think Loki's still my favorite Marvel TV show, and that had the best fucking like setup as well with everything happening.
It's easily the best thing that they put out in this phase. That
Yeah.
and Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Loki was hard.
Huh?
I said Loki was hard.
Pause.
Pause. All right, let's get into our thoughts there. So I watched episode 3 of The Patient. I think it was 3. Was it 4? No, it's 4. It's episode 4. It is
Because you
a
got two straight up, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then last week's, and then um, which was it's moving really really slow. I don't know if it's deliberately paced so that it's only giving you a little bit and a little bit, but psychologically it makes sense that Carell will be the killer. So last week, Domhnall Gleeson's character actually abducted this guy, said he's going to kill him, but in this episode, Carell's like trying to get Domhnall Gleeson to not focus on killing this guy and to resist the urge by distracting himself. So he's kind of trying to help him through it, but at the same time, Domhnall Gleeson says, "Hey, I kill these people because psychologically, like it helps me get through whatever shit that I'm kind of going through." So that's almost like his vent is killing someone. But then Carell is talking to the guy that's kind of he's tied down in the other room in the basement, and he uses him the exact same way that Domhnall Gleeson serial killer would have used him by kind of venting to him about what happened with his son and their relationship. So it's all like to me that intersection there of they're both using this guy to kind of get shit off their chest. To me, that's kind of saying like they're both the same. But
They
it
are
was a good
one and the
episode.
same.
Um, like I don't know what's gonna happen next week. It's so slow paced that like anything could kind of happen. So I'm glad it's only a 24-minute show.
You're at the mid-season mark now, though, yeah?
Yeah, I think
There's something.
next week.
Or is
Yeah.
it 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know how it goes. I'll probably end up watching it. Well, I'll probably watch it, honestly, when it's the last episode and just blitz through that whole season.
Yeah, I think it'll play better that way.
It's
To be
24
honest,
minutes.
yeah, it's quite light.
I got time. All right, so we
Easy.
got our yeah, we got our first episode of American Gigolo. Pause. Which I watched, and this was damn good. This show, I really enjoyed it. What's his face was always good. He's in immaculate shape in this fucking show again. Did you watch it?
No, haven't checked it out. It's on the list.
Jeez. But yeah, so this follows Julian. He gets found in a woman's bed with her throat cut, and he's covered in her blood and everything. Goes to jail for 15 years. Um, yeah, some guy cops to the murder 15 years later, gets let out of prison. And then him trying to, like, navigate his way from being, like, a gigolo on top of the world, basically, to absolutely nothing. Yeah, this was really good, man. The backstory and all that sort of stuff. Some good stuff here.
They give you the prison sentence up front, and then they kind of double back for the. Okay.
Opens up with him in prison, and then you find out why he's in prison, and then the what's his face. Yeah, he's just good, man. Like Bernthal is just he's killing it. This year is like Bernthal's year again.
Yeah. All the shows and the movies and shit, plus the pod.
Did you watch The Shire?
Nah, not yet.
It's so good, man.
I gotta check it out. Might throw it on tomorrow on the drive to work.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through this 4.5 hour Andrew Tate interview that John David Bett, I think, is doing.
Jesus.
Jeez.
So we got our first, not our first, but like the next episode of She-Hulk. Fuck, I think this is episode 5.
Yeah.
Um,
4?
I think 4 was last week.
That we got 2 episodes of She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite good this week. It is like the normal sort of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I keep saying Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but it's that kind of show, but with lawyers. We get introduced to a superhero costume maker.
Yep.
Like a superhero clothing maker that then designs suits for Jennifer to kind of wear. At the same time, she's going through this trial because you know the chick that she fought in the court.
Titania.
Yeah. So she came out and she trademarked the name She-Hulk, and then started selling products under the name. It's going crazy. But then there was she served Jen papers at the end of last episode to kind of say, hey, you can't be using She-Hulk anymore because that's my shit. And then Jen was kind of like, well, no, it's not, and then she had to prove why She-Hulk is her name. So it was all about like her accepting that part of herself. Like she might not like the name, but it's hers, and then like the world knows her as She-Hulk, so I'm gonna use it. It's mine. She wins the case. She goes to go get the suits, and then it pans over and says, "Hey, this one's gonna get picked up soon," and it's this box, right? And as it pans into the box, what do we see? The gold Daredevil mask.
They're going gold and black this time, huh?
Yeah, which I don't mind.
I like it.
I don't mind at all.
It looks better on screen, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if they still have the black torso with the red lettering, that'll look cool. But to see him sort of switch it up, be mad.
Well, he had to. Like, if we're going off the last season of Daredevil, you haven't watched Daredevil, eh?
I haven't watched the last season. No.
Yeah, righto.
What happens?
Forget
in the
everything
end,
I said.
what happens in the end of Daredevil season 3?
Basically it's not going to tie in either way. But like what's his face was running around in his suit.
Bullseye.
Bullseye was running around in his suit, so he'd have to change that suit because it's got the stink on him now.
Yeah.
Can I say that one shot in season 3 was fucking mad?
Season 3 was so much better than season 2.
Yeah.
Even
And
though
season 2 had the Punisher.
had Frank in there. Season 3 was next level. They actually took it to a next level in that one.
They Iron Man'd him.
Yeah.
I gotta finish off that fucking season.
Cool. It was just fucking rough when he does the nose and you see him just spit all that fucking blood out because his sinuses were just fucking clogged with blood.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's what I think that was the last thing that I watched, and then I was like, okay, and then moved houses 3 times, and then here I am.
And here we are.
All right, House of the Dragon episode 4.
Mm.
So this one took a little turn there. So I don't know if they were hinting at it the whole season so far, because I've seen looks and stuff, but I just thought, hey, like this uncle and niece are actually really close. But the whole episode kind of revolved around the uncle putting the moves on that niece and the niece reciprocating.
Yeah, but it seemed like he's been grooming her since she was like 13 years old.
Yeah, which is
It sounded disgusting.
not uncommon for the Targaryens. It's just weird for us, and it is weird. It's a fucked up thing. But we're sitting here in the 21st century,
Yeah.
watching all this weird shit go down. Yeah, it was a bit wild there. I was kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Because the Targaryens, I thought, were kind of wed before they kind of got into all that shit. You know, like they were actually arranged.
Yes, yeah. Which is why, like, it felt so weird in the last episode or 2 episodes ago, 2 episodes ago, when with the hunt
Yeah,
and the hand wants her to marry the the little kid.
yeah,
It was wild.
yeah. Her half brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fucked up. It keeps pushing the envelope until eventually you're just gonna see him just getting it on, and it's gonna be like the Cersei Jamie type shit.
yeah.
Um, what else do you get to see? So because of that, there's all these ramifications, right? Like you thought that Viserys and Daemon were kind of beefing, but then
Mm,
Daemon comes back into the fold and he's welcomed with open arms because
yeah,
he fucked up the crab feeder on the triarchy,
yeah.
and
Because
basically,
he basically comes back the king of the narrow sea.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then says, "I give up my crown and everything."
Mm.
So by the end of this episode, Daemon just like he's been excommunicated.
Again.
Yeah, again. And this time being sent back to the Vale to
Mm.
his wife
Where
that he hates.
he was supposed to go the first time.
Yeah. Um, and also Rhaenyra is now like now you're definitely marrying Laenor,
Yeah.
um, Velaryon.
For that. Yeah.
And after she's like banging Kristen Cole on the side there,
Yeah.
so he's probably gonna go around wherever she goes, and then that's gonna add like another layer of intensity to the
Hmm.
romance. I don't know if she was just using him to just burn off the horniness. You know what I mean?
Basically. Basically,
Yes.
I reckon that's what it was. It
Yeah,
was a
because
mercy fuck.
yeah. Well, for him,
Yeah.
he didn't even look like he wanted to do it.
No. But he's like, that always seems a little pussy to me. And he hasn't been tested.
She did say that out of all the knights, you're right. Like he hasn't really been
He's a
tested. Like,
knight. Like, that means nothing.
but he
He
like
should have been out there fighting.
he was. So he was the only one that had combat experience. That's why she chose him.
He obviously came back because he was hiding.
But I was thinking, like, how wild would that be to be in that situation? You have no land or titles except for knight and like knight of the King's Guard, which is already like pretty fucking
Which
high up there. That's the best of the best.
you, but Jamie had to give up all of his claims to the kingdom as well to be
Yeah,
a knight of the King's Guard.
but then like now your duty includes like banging the future queen. What are you doing in that situation? That'd be rough.
You do what you're told.
She like she definitely.
Do you have to? It's either that or, hey, your head's on a spike outside. Like, what are you going to do? It's almost like reverse rape when you think about it.
Yeah, it was
Grape.
it was a bit
Grape.
wild.
Yeah.
She kind of forced herself onto him, but
Hmm.
you know, what do you do? She fucked her uncle.
Shit is disgusting.
Well, got a little half chub there. I mean, they didn't really complete the act. Not in this episode,
Fucking
anyways.
not yet.
But it's coming.
Whose aunt is what's his face? Whose mother gives birth to Danny?
Whose mother?
Because that's the someone's aunt is Jon Snow's mother. Yeah, is related.
What's his face? Rhaegar. Rhaegar
Rhaegar.
is Danny's brother, but also John's father, which
Yeah,
makes
it makes them
Danny his aunt.
aunt and nephew.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they did it.
Yeah.
Ew.
Do you reckon we're gonna see like Jon Snow actually take up the throne, or at least make a play for the throne?
In the spin-off,
Yeah.
I hope not. To be honest, I want to see John at peace in that show and then someone comes calling.
He's never going back to the wall.
He's there. He's like beyond the wall now.
He's the new king of the
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's got to establish that base and everything. So I hope they kind of stick with it there. But then, like, there's got to be something that disturbs the peace. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they can bring the White Walkers back.
It's the dragon.
Maybe. Can you imagine if the whole season is John hunting that dragon
Fuck yeah.
and we get Rain of Fire, the medieval times version?
Done. Get it done.
well, but what happens if this shit goes from Rain of Fire to just Dragonheart, and he just befriends the dragon?
That'd be
That
the
dragon-
ultimate ending.
Yeah, that dragon would be. What's his face? He's the only living Targaryen left.
Yeah.
It'd be loyal to him if he found it.
It'd also be wild if the dragon was pregnant and laid eggs at the end of that episode. Or the end, like halfway through the season or something.
Because
by the
Dany
end-
probably got pregnant.
And then by the end, like the dragons hatch.
Mm.
And then those northerners, the true northerners, become dragon riders.
Fucking earth.
HBO Max, don't steal that shit. It's been timestamped.
350 million in the mail. Not even a check. I wanted physical money.
So we're walking up to the house with the double.
US bills. I'll convert them. Fucking.
Jesus.
I don't even want that. Just give me a writing credit, you know what I mean, on every one of those episodes. And I want the residuals.
You know what I want?
Bro.
I want the producing credit.
I do too.
So when this shit wins the fucking Emmy and it goes up for best new drama or some shit, and like everyone's up there, all these executives and white people and whatnot, and in walk in these three motherfuckers. Dun, dun.
I would
Not even
actually-
wearing a suit.
Can you imagine? Better fucking keep that music on hold, you know what I mean? I'm talking.
Jeez. I saw that recently with Ted Lasso at the Emmys. When Ted Lasso won like 3 or 4 Emmys just recently,
Yeah.
there was a whole bunch of people on that stage,
Yeah.
and you had no idea what they were doing there.
Yeah. You don't know what they did.
What would they have done?
When them O's win for Best Picture, you can't name half of those O's. Unless it was the director and like a key producer that was in the behind the scenes making of shit, you don't know who the fuck's there.
You know that if Top Gun wins something next year, you know Brockheimer's going up there.
That'd be fucking sick. That'd be a mad kind of like just to see him up there. You haven't seen Brockheimer up there.
It'd be a nice for him to give a speech and like talk about Don Simpson as well.
If he mentions Don, I'm crying my fucking eyes out.
You know, Don Simpson was a raging alcoholic.
Most of those creatives are.
Yeah, but he got it done.
Yeah. The O would
It was
probably
amazing.
drink and then sleep for 3 hours and then go to work fucked up still and still get it done.
And that was like, you know, par for the course over there in Hollywood.
You would also need to have the kind of cunt about him that Don Simpson had. He threw out the Bad Boy script and said, "We're not doing this. Martin and Will, you come up with the shit that we're gonna do."
That's amazing.
It-
Huh? Those guys didn't even get a writing credit on that movie.
Nah,
They should have got one, either that or a producer credit.
I think Ron Shelton?
Yeah,
He got the credit.
because he wrote the original
Yeah.
about 2 white guys.
Who was it?
It
Fuck,
was
Bad Boys was gonna be was it
uh,
Buscemi? No.
no. It was who can move and
Lovitz.
shake. Lovitz and I think Dana Carvey.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't get that one.
Like we probably got different iterations of that movie somewhere. You know we did.
Fucking badly. All right, that is a wrap on the episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Um, Catch us on Sunday for the rest of the news, whatever comes out. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. We're always there making shit. Check us out, like, subscribe. Also, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
hit us up. And leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, wherever you kind of drop your reviews. It really helps us shape the show and kind of get us where we need to be. As always, love yourself, love movies.
Eat more, smoke less, and wash your ass.